It was the match that everyone was looking forward to. Top of the standings, Lille welcome Paris Saint-Germain to the Stade Pierre-Mauroy in the north of France. Paris, the defending champions who dominated affairs, but who time and time again fell against an inspired Mike Maignan. Lille struggled to get many notable opportunities in the match. A nitty-gritty affair, which was summarised perfectly by Presnel Kimpembe, smothering a 4-on-1 move with a fantastic tackle, even though he was injured. In the end, a stalemate between two teams that have dominated the Ligue 1 Uber Eats. 0-0 the final score. Lille remain top of the standings. In second place are now Lyon, Rudy Garcia's side, unbeaten in their last 13 league matches. Were given the perfect opportunity to take the lead against an out-of-sorts Nice. Nice really struggling. And Memphis Depay stepped up to convert the penalty and did so emphatically with a marvellous chip. The Dutchman converting his 6th consecutive penalty in the French top flight. The visitors were gifted a second goal. Tino Cadevere pouncing on a terrible mistake by Nice's defence. The home side at the Allianz Riviera were handed a lifeline. Guri heading in. Superb pass by Ronnie Lopez. And Anthony Lopez with no chance on that occasion. But in the second half, Memphis Depay combined superbly with Cadevere, who put Karl Toko Ekambi on a platter to restore Lyon's 2-goal cushion. In the end, a 4-1 victory and a superb attacking display by Rudy Garcia's side. The cross not connected by Depay, but Aouar to strike in and move Lyon up into second. It's been a difficult week for Marseille, a defeat to Rennes and more drop points against Reims. Marseille, who dominated most of the ball, most of the chances at the Orange Velodrome, were undone early on by a swift counter-attack. Nagatomo turning the ball into his own net. Marseille did equalise at the end of the first half. Rongier combining well with Dario Benedetto, who headed it on a platter for Thauvin. The score 1-1. Marseille do still have 2 games in hand, but are losing points on the other title contenders. The Brittany derby saw 2 teams with very contrasting forms go head-to-head. Rennes looking for a 3rd consecutive victory, and that seemed to become a reality early on. Damien Da Silva scoring the Ligue 1 Uber Eats most prolific defender. 1-0 at the break, 2-0 in the second half. Bourigeaud doubling Rennes' lead. Julien Stéphan's side phenomenal. Lorient, however, a terrible result for them. They continue to struggle. They drop down to 19th after suffering their 6th loss in their last 7 matches. A duel between 2 sides who have started the Ligue 1 Uber Eats campaign very well, but who are struggling for consistency. Gaëtan Laborde headed Montpellier ahead away from home against Brest. Laborde combining with Andy Delort. In the second half, Brest were emphatic. Philippotteaux drawing them level with a really smart finish at the front post before Chardonnet tucked in a corner. No one marking the centre-back. Gaëtan Laborde on one side, and then Andy Delort, the Algerian, gliding past defenders and converting from range. Superb goal. 2-2 the final score. Montpellier in 6th. After losing 3 games on the bounce, alarm bells were ringing for Niko Kovac and for Monaco, but the Principality side scored early through Kevin Volland, the German former Bayer Leverkusen man, scoring the only goal in the match. against rock bottom of the standings Dijon. Dijon, who did have plenty of opportunities to get back into the game and even potentially win it. Moussa Konate, guilty of a glaring miss. Other opportunities came Dijon's way, but none they could convert. Metz and LOSC, two teams firmly rooted in mid-table. LOSC, one of the surprise packages in the first half of this 2020-2021 Ligue 1 Uber Eats season. They were undone by a fast Metz counter-attack in the first half and get with the goal in the second. Boulaya with one of the goals of match day 16. Brilliant finish and a 2-0 comfortable victory for Frédéric Antonetti's side. Nantes struggling for points and free-falling down the standings in recent weeks, took on Stéphane Moulin's Angers. The visitors took the lead through Romain Thomas, a towering, powerful header. Nantes, however, equalised with an unusual goal in the 4th minute of injury time. Relief for Patrick Colo and the staff. A 1-1 result. Two teams still looking to find their feet in the league. After disappointments in midweek for Bordeaux, the Girondins were looking to get back to winning ways. Pablo with a goal from Hatem Ben Arfa's assist. Ben Arfa coming back to his best for Bordeaux in the second half. The visitors putting in the second and decisive goal. Otavio with the strike. Bordeaux remain in the bottom half of the standings. Strasbourg remain just above the bottom 3, but a good win for the Girondins. After putting an end to their longest winless streak in midweek, Saint-Étienne opened the score early against Nîmes. Mukudi with a good header. Alinvi, however, had a stroke of luck when the ball fell kindly to him. Jesse Moulin caught in no man's land. Saint-Étienne slowly climbing back up the standings, even though Mukudi, who had scored the first goal for Liver, guilty of that foul. The penalty converted by Arnaud Ripard. But 2 minutes later, Nordin was on cue to draw Saint-Étienne level. The final score 2-2. Two teams still struggling. Nîmes in the bottom 3. If we take a look at the results of week 16, big win for Metz against LOSC. Lyon, who win 4-1 against Nice away from home, move up into second in the standings. Paris Saint-Germain with that 0-0 draw against Lille. At the top, Lille, therefore, Christophe Galtier's side level on points with Olympique Lyonnais, but they do have a better goal difference. Defending champions Paris are third. Marseille, with 2 games in hand, trail the top of the standings by 5 points. At the bottom, Dijon still have only 1 win from their first 16 games. Nîmes and Lorient are keeping them company in the bottom 3. Strasbourg just hovering above that danger zone. Looking ahead at week 17, Bordeaux will host Reims. Nîmes host Dijon. Marseille are away at Angers. Paris Saint-Germain will take on Strasbourg at the Parc des Princes.